I probably should have taken HK-47 when I originally went through anyway, and just left Bastila back. But then again, all those sand people that really kicked our ass the time before, maybe not, because HK is not as good as a Jedi. Well, you know, saying that, HK, where'd he go? I go around the corner and he's like executing someone or something. HK, where'd you go? Well, there you are. Don't dawdle. I need you. Get lost. Yeah, he's not suspicious at all. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I said maybe he'd be better to replace. He would have been better to replace Bastila with. But then thinking back on it, those sand people really hit like a truck, and the more lightsabers that we have, the better. Though it does occur to me that we never really spoke to him about his past, so maybe we'll do that before we leave.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I'd like to know more about your functionality.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
I thought you said that removing your restraining bolt would restore your memory.
Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So you lied to me.
Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Ithorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master?
How can you not know parts of your functionality?
Answer. There have been numerous repairs and tampering made to my system, Master. Several systems are not operating as they should be. The fact that my memory is incomplete may be due to Meatbag incompetence, or something else I am unaware of.
Well, are you damaged?
Answer. I believe I have been damaged several times in the past, Master. I have always been repaired, but perhaps full functionality has not been restored.
Well, tell me what you can, then.
Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would.
An assassin?
Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal.
Looks around. Oh, I won't tell anyone.
Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by
Talking
the
about this in a public street.
on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it.
Jeez. Has that function been used a lot?
Answer. I have no way of knowing that, Master. My memory has been deleted, remember?
Is there any way to repair you?
Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
So I can restore your memory?
Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
So you're saying that your memory might just come back?
Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master. but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay.
Right. So how do I go about restoring part of your memory?
Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
Alright, that'll be all for now. I don't think I'm prepared just yet to make the attempt, but I will definitely try, HK.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
Journal entry has been added. HK-47. The deeper functions of HK-47's memory core require some sort of stimulus in order to restore themselves, and HK-47 thinks it's unwise to tamper with this. But other parts of the core might be restored. It would simply take someone of sufficient technical skill in order to do so. My problem with this quest, and I think this is just bad quest design, personally, HK-47 is a party member. Everybody else's party quest can be done just by talking to them. HK-47's requires you to have paid a massive number of points into the repair skill, which I have not done, because me, like any other character playing this game, any other player playing this game, will have invested entirely into their persuade skill, because they're the only ones who can use this. To me, I do not think it makes any sense whatsoever that your character can't just get help from another one of the party members. Someone else that has a high repair skill, like, say, Zalbar, or, hell, practically anyone. Whoever you expect to have repair should be able to give your character a hand with this. You shouldn't have had to have been investing all of your points into repair just to be able to do the side quest. For that reason, I'm not going to accept that I need that much into repair. I'm gonna add a certain number of points, however much it takes, to my character's repair rank. I'm not using repair anyway for anything else, and this will enable us to see HK-47's quest, to hear his stories, to learn about his background, as should have been the case by default in the game. I should not have to take this measure. It's silly. There's no reason that one of our other party members cannot be in an advisory role, or to even do it themselves. Just repair the guy. Like, if you're good enough at repairing them, why does it matter that the main player character is the one to do it? It doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm not going to accept it. Like anything else in this game, if I feel that something is unfair, that something doesn't make any sense, that something is contrived, I will override it if I'm able to. So that's just going to be something we're going to do. We're going to see HK-47's backstory because it's interesting, damn it, and I want to show it off. So between this episode and the next, I will modify my character to have maybe 20 points into repair, and that'll do the job. And after I finish repairing HK-47, I will be sure to remove those points again, because I don't want to be using them unfairly in the game either. I think it makes sense that if we repair HK, I should have like Zalbar in the party, or somebody with a high repair, maybe T3, and that should give my character, that'll be the justification for my character having paid skill points of that. Originally I wanted to go about repairing random droids and whatever, but really we have not bumped into that many droids that were reparable in the game, so I just sort of didn't do it. We've maybe found one since we left Terrace. I think in Tatooine there was one that you could repair inside the Sandril estate that I didn't do because I forgot. I should have, but anyway, that's just how it goes. And we need to head back to the Sand People Enclave now. So let's do that. And I'm going to quick save after all that as well. Alright, let's go. I need to talk to you to get back out.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization and triplicate, but not me. Good hunting out there.
Yep, good guarding in there. Right. All speed! Wonder if those raid are back. I kind of hope not, to be honest. I'm going to heal full health. Looks like they're still dead. Oh, no. Speak of the devils. We did forget to turn those raid plates in. I mustn't forget before we leave Tatooine, because that's a lot of money we're going to be accumulating. All these trips here and back. Right, so let's try and fight them, I guess. HK, I want you to engage the first one. This might hurt. I'm going to quick save before we do this. HK, thank you. Power blast. Oh jeez, I didn't force speed, did I? Force Valor. Okay, when you back out of here though. Okay. Heal. Now disengage. And choke.
Required.
He saved. Holy shit, that was quite a hit. And I need a health pack as well.
At its best.
I think HK just went down, maybe? I can't allow myself to go down, so I need another health pack. Pronto. Those guys really go through your health quick. 53, that is not enough. But we gotta try. Let's try choking him. Take another health pack. And HK, you're probably a little worse for wear as well. Let's get you a repair kit. Right there. Use that. Keep you alive for a bit longer. Mission is good still. I kind of want to do a flurry on this guy, even though it'll lower my defense, it'll kill him faster. Don't crit me. Ouch. Dead. Good. You next. Excellent. Wow. HK, you're pretty fucked up. Poor guy. Okay, get items. Get those items. These are Hulak raids, so they hurt quite a bit more than just the regular ones. I actually want to try and see if I'm going to heal who I can. HK-47 won't be affected by heal. But we're going to remove him and hit OK. And then we're going to add him back into the party. And that should have gotten him back to full health. It actually didn't. Wow. Do we regenerate in this game? I don't remember anymore. I don't think we do.
Ready.
Which means he's going to need some repair kits. An advanced repair kit. I should be saving those. I should use the crappy ones for now. Alright, we'll take him to full.
Yes?
As for me, get ourselves healed up. Alright, that'll do. Quick save again. Let's head back to the Sand People Enclave. Speedy. Another mine? Huh. Well, I'll be damned. Mission.
Yeah?
Really surprised we couldn't find these before. Oh, I thought he was about to step on it. I didn't know whether it was going to send it off. That would have sucked. Right.
Yes?
Right, quick saving a lot here, I know. But, worth it. So, let's talk to Mr. Sand-Person Guard here. Even through the layers of wrappings, you can tell this Sand People warrior is disgusted by your presence among his people.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Tell him we have the moisture converters.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do.
Cool. You can read anything of the Sand People Chieftain's emotions. It seems that he is surprised you have returned.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
Tell him that we have his evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward.
Fantastic.
Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
I have a few questions for him.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue,
Sadly peaceful.
be careful of what you ask.
Ask him about captives.
Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics.
Ask if he knows about Mission's brother, Griff.
Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them.
Yep, that would be Griff.
Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we
Wow.
can do it, Master.
Jesus Christ. Settle down, HK. Ask if he knows about the Jawas Izz's told us about as well.
Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course.
Ask about the star map.
Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way.
Excellent.
Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation.
Not so excellent. A crate dragon? What is that, and how do I pass it?
Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere.
I'd like some information on the Sand People culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that is much of a worry.
I somewhat disagree. Can he tell me the history of his clan?
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Ask if we could meet this storyteller.
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
How can I prove I am a worthy warrior?
Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a crate dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
I don't believe an outsider could do such a thing either. What is a dragon pearl?
Translation. Translation. Stones polished in the gullet of the beast. Apparently they are valuable items.
Alright, where could I find a crate dragon?
Translation. Translation. He says there is a dragon in the eastern Dune Sea that you could sacrifice yourself to. You already have a map to the area.
Sacrifice myself to?
There is a hunter, a Twi'lek,
Yes.
that is sometimes seen out there. Perhaps he would be of some help.
Why are they so hostile to outsiders?
Translation. Translation. He says that the fact that you have to ask, this is just one more example of your ignorance as an outsider, Master. He says you are blind. Translation. His people believe they are part of the land, living with it. You and your kind dare to raise yourself above it. You remove yourself. Translation. That act of removal makes you an outsider, separate from all that is important. You could never understand how unwelcome you are.
What do you mean by raise myself above the land?
Translation. Translation. He says that outsiders use machines to convey them and to make their lives easier. This severs a connection with the land. Translation. Connection to the soil must be made through flesh. A sacred animal is the only external tool to be used.
Ask why he bargained for evaporators when they are unnatural. Ooh. I'm sure How does he have contact with the land while completely covered? Oh, Jesus, I don't know if I should ask these things. I'm gonna ask him, though. Ask why he bargained for the evaporators when they are unnatural.
Translation. Translation. He says that the use of these blasphemous things will only be tolerated because outsider interference has forced it upon them.
Oh, yes.
Translation. If your
Right.
kind had not come here, he would not have to defend their
I'm
ways
sure.
or their land.
And what does drinking water have to do with defending your ways or your land? There is no water on Tatooine. For goodness sakes. I don't think I'm going to ask him that because it will probably gravely offend him if we ask him about his coverings. Probably try and kill us. And we have achieved peace, but do I wanna? No, that's incredibly stupid. I'm not gonna ask him that. It's not a hill I want to die on. Literally. Tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Excellent. Journal entry has been added, experience points have been received, 400, items have been received, and items have been lost. So, let's read the journal entry. Worthy of history. You've asked to hear the history of the Sand People, but the chieftain has said that you must first prove your worth as a warrior. Bring him a dragon pearl, and he will consider it. We may do that. We may not. It depends. We will see. Star map Tatooine. The Sand People chieftain claims that there is something like the star map in the Eastern Dune Sea, though it is in a cavern now housing a feared crate dragon. Fair trade. The Sand People chieftain has given you permission to release the Jawas they currently hold captive, and the Sand People. The Sand People chieftain was surprised that you returned with the evaporators. He will reduce the frequencies of attacks against the Zerka, and has given you his gaffy stick as a symbol of the agreement. Take the gaffy to the Zerka office in Anchorhead. And Mission's brother, I believe we also got an update, but it didn't update our journal for reasons unknown, and we also got an item, probably the chieftain's gaffy, average gas mine as well, apparently. More desert raid plates, map of the Eastern Dune Sea. By showing how to interpret ancient marker stones, this map can be used to find a safe route through the Eastern Dune Sea. Only intimate local knowledge could take the place of such a document. And there's the gaffy stick. Feats required weapon proficiency, melee weapons, damage physical 1 to 4, damage bonus plus 4 physical, critical threat 20 to 20 times 2, on hit poison, average weakness DC 20, attack modifier plus 2. A variation of the traditional gaffy stick or gatterfee, marked as a chieftain's weapon by its slightly more ornate appearance and better construction. Yeah, that's good. And if you guys happen to come here on your own, if you happen to be playing the game and you've never played it before, as tempting as it is, after you've achieved peace, if that is what you're going for, do not loot the Sand People's wicker bins. They take grave offense at you doing this. Your unclean outsider hands profane their wicker baskets. You must not touch them. They do not mind you opening the doors, however. I really like that door. In fact, it's like a rattan, like a blind almost, the way they have it. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to many of them because not many of them have anything to say, but we need to wander around a little bit and locate the Jawas and Griff.